Hello, Tracy. I finally found you. It's been 5 years, right? Are you doing well?
Who is this?
It's me, Oliver's mother. Don't tell me you've forgotten me.
What?
Could it be Megan? That's right. It's been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Just so you know, I haven't forgiven you. 5 years ago, you certainly said you were cutting ties with me. Do you know how painful to hear that? You wouldn't understand, would you? If it were just you, I wouldn't care. But involving my precious only son, Oliver, is just too far. And top of that, changing your phone number and even blocking me. When I rushed to your house, you had already moved out. Somehow, the neighbors found out about it. And they started spreading rumors like, because I'm an evil mother-in-law, I was abandoned by my son's family. I've been desperately looking for you for these past 5 years. Don't you understand how much I've searched for you?
Now, I know that you were looking for us, but how did you get my contact information? I changed my number 5 years ago.
Where did I get it from? I won't tell you. It might not be the answer to your question. But it's for the sake of my beloved son, you know.
What do you mean?
I wanted to save my son from you.
Save? What do you mean?
You brainwashed Oliver, didn't you? Otherwise, there's no way he would have said he's cutting ties with me. He was such a good son, always thinking of his mother.
If you're so worried about Oliver, why don't you find Oliver's contact information? Why did you contact me? Someone you hate?
It couldn't be helped. I actually wanted to contact Oliver. But I didn't have his new contact information. Well, now that I've reached you, it's as good as being connected to Oliver again. Now, hurry up and give me Oliver's contact information.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
What?
I said I didn't have Oliver's contact information.
Stop playing dumb. There's no way you don't know your husband's contact information. Do you really want me not to reunite with my son? I'm his mother. At least tell me his contact information.
Oh, wait. Don't you know that we are divorced?
Divorced?
Yes.
No way. That's a lie. While I was desperately searching for you, you were divorced?
Yes, and not recently. We divorced the year after we cut ties with you, so it's been about 4 years.
That's a lie. That long ago? Why would something like that happen?
We had different values and what we wanted from each other. It led to numerous arguments, and eventually, we divorced. But in the end, we talked it out and we both agreed, and it was an amicable divorce. I'm married to someone else now.
Oh my god. I could never forgive you. I hate you.
What?
Even though I contacted you after 5 years, I can't forgive you for lying about something like this.
What are you talking about? I'm not lying.
Stop acting. I know everything.
Why do you think I'm lying?
Obviously, it's because Oliver hasn't come back.
Huh? What do you mean?
My son loves me a lot. Yet, because of you, he got brainwashed. But if he divorces you, I'm sure he will come back to me after the brainwashing is over.
I see.
The fact that he hasn't returned to me means you were lying. My precious Oliver is still being brainwashed by you.
Oh, I see. So that's what you think. Regardless of what you say, the fact is that Oliver and I got divorced. So even if you contacted me, I don't have Oliver's contact information.
Liar! Just tell me already.
I told you, I don't know.
You really don't want to give it to me? Fine. I'll find out on my own. But at least give me my grandchild.
Grandchild? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You gave birth to my grandchild, didn't you?
No, I didn't give birth.
Shut up. I know it already. I got your contact and my grandchild's info at the same time. Your contact information matched, so I knew my grandchild's info was true.
No. I'm the one telling you that I didn't give birth.
You're lying because you don't want to give it to me, right?
I'm not lying. At least, I didn't give birth to what you called your grandchild.
I don't believe a word you say. If I raised my grandchild, Oliver should come back to me. If you don't give the child to me, I'll come to take them myself. So be prepared.
You're coming to get them? Where? Do you know where I live?
Of course. Don't underestimate me.
You're lying.
It's not a lie. I'm not a liar like you. Well then, I will see you soon.
Hey, Jack, do you have a minute? It's really important.
Tracy, what's wrong?
My ex-mother-in-law found my contact information and messaged me.
What? Oliver's mother?
That's right. What should I do?
Hey, calm down first. What did Oliver's mother say?
She's saying to hand over her grandchild.
What?
She said she's coming to get them, so I should be prepared.
It seems like there's a misunderstanding. But does that mean she knows your current address too?
That's right. And I don't know where she got my information.
Did you tell her that you and Oliver are already divorced?
Of course, I told her. I even told her I'm remarried now, and that I haven't given birth to her grandchild. But she doesn't believe me at all.
Did you talk to your husband about this?
I told him over the phone, but he's been on a business trip overseas for a week now. I think he's in Tokyo right now. Even if he booked a flight now, it would take a whole day to come back. He said it's an important business trip, so I don't think he can make it right away.
I see. In that case, why don't you come to my place?
Can I come?
Yeah, of course. It's too dangerous for you to stay at home. You have to take care of yourself. Don't worry about it. I've got my wife standing next to me right now. She's also said you should come here.
Thank you. Then I guess I will stay at your place for now. Please tell your wife how thankful I am.
Alright, I got it. You should get going. Once you finish packing, I'll come pick you up. Just let me know.
Got it. Thank you.
Hey, Tracy! I've been ringing the doorbell multiple times. Why won't you answer? Are you still sleeping? Or you pretend not to be home? You're probably inside, right? Come out already.
Oh my god. Megan?
You're here already?
But the doorbell didn't ring.
Then it must be broken. Anyway, I'm in front of the house right now. So get your ass out here. How long are you going to make me wait? I knew it. Hello there. I can see you.
What?
I can see my cute little grandchild in the backyard. I knew you were lying.
What? Backyard? I don't have a backyard.
What are you talking about? I'm actually in your yard. You've been lying to me this whole time, haven't you? Can't you at least come up with a better lie? Well, forget it. I don't need anything from you anymore.
What do you mean?
I'll take my grandchild with me.
What?
It's your fault for leaving the child alone in the yard. I gave you a clear notice that I was coming to pick him up, remember? If you didn't want this, you should have left him alone.
Megan, where are you right now?
Seriously, I've been saying I'm in front of your house this whole time.
I don't think the kid that you were taking is your grandchild.
What are you talking about? Stop saying nonsense. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Anyway, I'm taking this child with me. Bye.
Megan, please wait.
I'm not waiting. I said I don't need you anymore.
Megan, that child isn't your grandchild. What you're doing is kidnapping. Megan, are you reading this?
I don't care about what you say. I hate liars like you.
I am saying this for your sake. I don't care what happens to you anymore. Jack, my ex-mother-in-law messaged me again.
Really? What did she say?
She said she's arrived at my house.
What? She's already there?
But it seems she went to the wrong house.
What do you mean?
She said she rang the doorbell, but it didn't ring. I live in an apartment, but she was talking about the backyard.
That's weird. So she must have mistaken someone else's house.
The worst part is, it seems a child was playing along in that backyard. She thought the child was her grandchild, so she took the kid.
What?
What should I do? I've tried to her many times that the child isn't her grandchild, but she wouldn't listen and didn't answer my calls. I'm hoping it's just a threat and she didn't actually take the child. Knowing how pushy she was about wanting that grandchild when I was married to Oliver, I think she might do it.
You should report it to the police.
Do you think so?
You're the one who knows the situation best, right? I think you should prioritize the child's safety and do it. It's like she confessed to kidnapping the child. If there's a high chance of it being true, you should ask the police to check it out. You tried to stop her many times, right? She didn't listen. So that's the thing that you can do now.
You're right. I'll call the police now.
Tracy, what the hell are you doing? I only brought my grandchild back home. Why did you call the police? Hey, don't ignore me.
Where are you now?
You finally replied. I'm in big trouble.
Tell me where you are.
I'm on the train with my grandchild. Just now, I got a call from a neighbor. They told me that the police were in front of my house. I'm a grandmother. And yet, you were calling the police on me? Are you going that far?
Is the child safe? You don't mean to harm the kid or anything, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Me hurting this adorable child? There's no way I would do such a thing.
Thank goodness. I know you don't want to believe me, but I will say it again. That child isn't your grandchild. Isn't my child either. You were kidnapping someone else's child.
I'll say it again. I don't believe a word you say.
Then let me ask you, how old is the child you were with right now? Just tell me roughly.
Huh? This child's age? He told me with his finger that he was 3 years old. What a smart child!
I don't know who told you about my child. But my baby is still in my belly. He's not born yet.
What?
But he's not your grandchild. I told you that I got remarried, right? My husband is the father of my child, not your son.
What are you talking about? My grandchild is sitting right next to me.
If it's your grandchild, why are the police at your house?
What?
Let me ask you another question. Why would you think I have given birth to the child you were with?
Because I know your address. It's a house with a green roof near the north exit of Everpeak Station in Lakeside City, right? There was only one house with a green roof, so I recognized it right away.
What? Everpeak Station in Lakeside City?
The kid was playing in the yard of that house, so he must be my grandchild.
That house was where Oliver and I lived after we cut ties with you. Until we got divorced.
What?
I live in a completely different place now. I don't know who gave you this information, but both the address and the child seem to be wrong information.
Oh no.
I think the landlord told us before that a newlywed couple will be moving in after we move out.
No way.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I also heard that the wife was pregnant. If she was pregnant at that time, their child must be about 3 years old now.
Then this child
is probably the child of that couple.
Then where's my grandchild?
I don't know. Just like you found my contact information. Why don't you find out Oliver's contact information and ask him? At the very least, I didn't give birth to your grandchild. Also, I will tell you this for the sake of my ex-husband.
What?
Oliver did not cut ties with you because I brainwashed him. Your overbearing behavior as a mother was too much for him, and he was mentally exhausted.
What?
Your verbal abuse toward me was also excessive. Even though Oliver tried to stop you many times, you didn't listen. He was completely disgusted by your ugly behavior. It was him who decided to cut ties with you.
Oh no, that's a lie.
Also, Oliver isn't in the US right now.
What? So he's overseas? I knew it. So you know Oliver's contact information after all.
I don't know. My current husband is on a business trip overseas and isn't at home. So I talked with my brother about you. Then, my brother checked up on Oliver through an acquaintance of his. I just found out too.
If you found out his contact information, you should tell me.
I only know where he is. I don't know his contact information. I don't need to know either. I heard that he only told a few people about his current address. It seems he has no plans to return to the US anytime soon.
Oh my god. No. Why didn't he contact me?
Because he cut ties with you. More importantly, I think you should worry about yourself. Turn yourself in as soon as possible. Please return the child to his parents.
Turn myself in? Or kidnapping this child?
That's what I've been saying all along.
I just wanted to live with my son and my grandchild.
After that, the police called me to update me. The police told me the child was safe and sound. I felt relieved when I heard that. Apparently, The police have been watching the nearest station to Megan's home. They caught her at the station, as she was acting strangely by repeatedly looking back while holding the 3-year-old child. The parents of the child filed the report without hesitation. Megan was arrested and sentenced to prison. I didn't know this, but apparently, the Megan's husband had already passed away, even after getting out of jail. I'm sure Megan will have a lonely old age. Later on, Oliver called me from abroad through a mutual acquaintance. Despite having cut ties, he cried and apologized many times, saying how sorry he was for what his mother had done. He is now remarried, and he told me they're expecting a child soon. I was happy to know that he will be a father soon. We both wished each other continued happiness and ended the call. I will be in my final stage of pregnancy soon, so I want to take care of myself and prepare for childbirth.
Miley, why did you block me? I'm freaking out because I'm blocked. Don't you want to talk to your lovely sister?
A lovely sister? Wait, Emily?
Yes. Why do you seem so surprised? I'm your only sister.
I blocked you already. What do you want?
I got 2 phones, so I have another number. Perks of having a rich boyfriend, right?
Oh, I see.
Not too excited, huh? You know what's funny? Tyler gonna be working late again today. I'll wrap up dinner for you, so just microwave it and eat.
Huh? I just sent that to my husband not too long ago. How did you...
How did I know? It's because Tyler is sleeping next to me right now.
What? Are you sure it's the same Tyler?
Why would I even text you if it's a different Tyler? I got your number from his phone. I'm blocked, so I had to figure out myself.
Oh.
That's all you have to say? Do you need time to process things? You've always been like this since we were kids. Clueless. That's why you lost your husband to me. My rich boyfriend is your husband, Tyler, the executive president of a trading company who makes $300,000 a year and has 3 birthmarks on his back. He's so thoughtful he got me a new phone. How's that? Do you understand now?
Yeah.
I'm about to start a war with you, Miley.
A war?
Let me tell you this. I'm in love with Tyler.
What? Are you saying you're having an affair with my husband?
Huh? Cheating? Oh, please. We're better than that. Listen, what me and Tyler have is real. You're about to get dumped, okay? You can't compete with me. That's why I need you to divorce him now.
Why don't we calm down and talk? I don't know what to say. This is a lot to process.
Oh my god. I knew you haven't changed at all since we're kids. I thought you'd toughen up a bit since you blocked me, but looks like I was wrong. You're really just like what Tyler said.
Excuse me?
When you're confronted by someone, you turn into a timid girl who can't even make a proper argument.
He said that?
Yeah, wouldn't it make it easier for you to divorce him?
Wait.
What?
You know it's not that easy.
Oh my, getting a bit worked up, huh? Go easy on this timid old lady, okay? But seriously, don't push yourself too hard. Your face will get wrinkly even more than it already is.
Ah, I remember now. You've always been like this since we were kids. Calling me old lady and making fun of me. Even after our parents remarried and became stepsisters, you've never once respected me as your elder sister.
I'm 20 years old now, and you're 37. You were 17 when we became sisters. How can I consider such an old hag as my sister?
But I'm the same age as Tyler. Why are you dating him then?
Well, that's true. He might be old, but he's different.
Different?
He said he's the next candidate for the next board of directors. He's going to be more successful. He's good looking and always looking presentable. You can't even tell his age. He makes $400,000 a year and would buy anything I want. A man like that loves me. Age doesn't matter when it comes to him. So, divorce him.
Okay. Either way, I can't give you any answer right now.
It doesn't matter if you drag this conversation, it's pointless.
I know you might not understand this because you're young, but after being married for 10 years, there are a lot of things to consider. We have a daughter, so it's not something we can decide on right away.
Oh, you're talking about the custody, huh?
That's enough for today.
Well, I guess that's how it is. Anyway, I'm grown. So, if we could just wrap up this divorce talk, that would be great. Please do it as soon as possible. Oh, by the way, Tyler is not coming home to you tonight. Don't worry, I'll feed him with a nice home-cooked meal. Sorry you went through all the trouble of making dinner.
You heard from Emily, right? I'm dating her now. A cute 20-year-old like her is way more attractive than a depreciated woman like you. Haha.
Oh, now it's your turn, huh? Well, I've heard enough from Emily, so there's no need for you to say anything more. I've been thinking about moving towards divorce with you, okay?
Divorce? Is that what she said?
Yes, you broke our promise, and you cheated on me. So you do understand there's no way for us to continue this marriage, right? I've always felt disregarded, but this time I can't just let this slide.
Well, what's up with you? You're surprisingly aggressive today. But hey, why go through a divorce? We could just keep living as we have been, right? You can go find a boyfriend and we can both do our own thing, huh?
Don't be stupid.
Oh, I get it. It's hard for someone like you to find one, huh? Unlike me, who's successful. You're nothing but a stay-at-home mother.
It doesn't work like that. Anyway, just come home. We'll talk about it.
Okay. What a noisy old hag.
We're the same age, what are you talking about?
So, how was the discussion? Since you interrupted our date today and brought Tyler back home, you must have decided on the divorce, right?
Why don't you ask Tyler?
It's interesting to ask you instead.
Interesting?
You're going to act like a victim, huh? The old lady who's about to get divorced. Well, I guess you'll never have any more interesting story than this.
Interesting story? You're trying to be messy, huh?
So what? I mean, it's funny enough at this point. Think about it. Tyler stayed over at my place yesterday saying he'll be back to me after your discussion. How does that make you feel? Miserable old hag. So, now what? When are you gonna get divorced?
We're still discussing it.
Huh? I thought I was going to see Tyler tonight. What is there so much to discuss?
There's a lot going on.
Alright then, I'll give you a push in the direction of finalizing that divorce.
A push?
I'm the one he loves. That successful man is mine. If you don't divorce him, I'll take your daughter away with you too.
What? My daughter?
Yeah, Amanda, the one who's in grade school. Well, people say it's easier for a mother to get custody. First, let's look at your financial situation after the divorce. You're a housewife with no income, right? On the other hand, Tyler has a high income. Well, with me being in the picture, she's still going to have both her parents. It's quite a favorable condition to take custody of Amanda, isn't it? What do you think? The fear of potentially losing not only your husband but also your daughter. It's quite something, isn't it?
Well, in other words, you're ready to take Amanda back.
Well, I guess.
That's fine.
What? Why are you so nonchalant about it? I'm taking your husband and daughter away from you. That doesn't make you feel anything?
I'd be happy to hand them to you.
What? What do you mean you're happy? Oh, I get it. Is it your plan to confuse me and to get away from not getting divorced? Well, that's a shame, but those half-baked tactics won't cut it. Get divorced already. If you cross me, I'm going to take away your daughter too.
Tyler is with me at home right now, so we'll talk about it again. I'm sure we'll have the answers tonight.
Miley, what happened in the discussion? Have you decided on the divorce? Hello?
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh God, what took you so long to answer?
Sorry about that. I was busy getting ready to leave the house.
Leaving the house?
Yes, the house is under Tyler's name. If anyone's going to leave, it's going to be me.
Does that mean...
Yes, we're getting a divorce.
Yay! When? When is the divorce finalized?
I figured the sooner we come to a decision, the better. I filed the divorce papers this afternoon.
Wow, so quick! So Tyler's officially single now?
That's right.
Finally! I'm Tyler's official wife now. My lovey-dovey newlywed life with him will start soon. Oh, and one last thing. Thank you for divorcing him. It must be frustrating to have your husband stolen away after being together for 10 years. But well, that's just how it is, right?
Actually, I'm surprisingly relieved.
Huh?
I'm happy to give both of them to you.
What? Both of them? What are you talking about? Since you didn't drag things out and agreed to divorce, you can have custody of Amanda.
No, I never had custody of Amanda to begin with.
Huh? You're her mother. Amanda is your child, right?
Well, that was my role, but...
Role? What?
Oh no, Tyler didn't tell you? Amanda is not my biological child.
Huh?
She's Tyler's child.
Wait, are you saying that Amanda is your stepdaughter or something? Like our mom and dad?
No, Amanda is Tyler's child with a woman he had an affair with.
What? An affair?
I won't bore you with the details because it would take too long, but what I'm trying to say is, this is not the first time he has cheated on me.
No way.
I tried to rebuild our relationship when I first found out he was cheating on me.
So, you're saying you were raising somebody else's child?
Yeah, for about 2 years.
Why on earth would you do that?
Amanda's biological mother abandoned her or ran away with her boyfriend. Tyler was the only choice for her custody. Well, I accepted to take her in because I couldn't bear the thought of putting her into an institution, and of course, the child isn't at fault. However, it seems that Amanda had been fed a lot of negative things about me from her mother. So, from the first time we met, she saw me as the bad woman who stole Daddy away and even threw stones at me.
What?
Over the past 2 years, things have remained tense, and it continues to this day. Then when I received news of your affair, I expressed my desire for a divorce and discussed it with Tyler. The issue that came up was regarding Amanda.
Well, that's...
Tyler understands that I won't have custody over Amanda, considering the strained relationship between me and her. However, if he were to take care of Amanda, he was worried you won't accept Amanda. So, he was reluctant about the divorce, thinking that keeping things as they were might be the best option. He prefers to keep things as they are, with you as his girlfriend and me as his pretend wife.
Oh no!
But I was absolutely determined to get a divorce. When I found out he was cheating on me, instead of forgiving and starting over, I made a promise that I would never forgive a second time. We signed the divorce papers together at the time and agreed to file them immediately if he broke his promise.
That's why you filed it right away.
Yup. Tyler broke his promise and had an affair with you. So I really wanted to go through with the divorce immediately as promised, but it was just Amanda's situation that was holding me back. I was desperately trying to figure out how to get you to accept Amanda in the future. But then, you reached out to me.
Huh?
Upon learning that you were open to accepting Amanda, Tyler was overjoyed and readily agreed to the divorce. We both signed the papers and filed the divorce right away.
What? No, wait a minute. I was just saying that so you could divorce him sooner. If Amanda's going to be with him, you don't need to get divorced.
What?
I hate kids, especially kids in grade school. They have attitudes. I thought I was going to have him all to myself. Having a kid around will reduce my share of the money. I was absolutely sure that Amanda's custody would go to you. This is beyond unexpected.
Right.
Come on, you should think about it too. Even if things weren't great with you and Amanda, your sudden absence is going to be too much for her. You're gonna be alone too, you know. Don't you think you'll need a child who will support you in the future?
It's true that I've been a stay-at-home mom, but since I've been entrusted with taking over the family business, I don't need to worry about money anymore.
What? The family business? That rundown cafe that looks like it's about to collapse? What's the point of taking over that rundown shop?
Oh, you didn't know? It was featured on a TV show a month ago, and now it's a popular spot with lines out the door.
What?
A tourist posted it on social medias and it got popular. It's also a tourist spot too. It's been featured in a guidebook too. So I don't think I have to worry about the future.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
I'm sure you didn't. You've been cut off by your dad, right?
I wasn't cut off. I'm just running away because Dad got mad at me.
Yeah, I heard about it. You stole money from the shop. And when he confronted you about it, you got mad and broke the window. You've been spoiled by him because you're his daughter. It made him furious about what happened, so he decided to cut you off. After hearing what happened, I decided to block you too. I hesitated before because I didn't think it was right to block you just because you weren't respecting me as your sister. But I realized I didn't want to get dragged into any more trouble.
Oh no.
Oh, by the way, Tyler submitted your marriage certificate at the city hall.
What?
You signed it, right? After we filed our divorce papers, he was kind of excited to go through your marriage.
Huh?
I'm sure you'll be hearing from him soon, too.
What? Oh wait, he just messaged me.
Yep. Congratulations. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to get divorced.
I don't need that kind of sarcasm. Oh no, he said he's coming over with Amanda. What should I do? Tyler doesn't know I hate kids.
Since you were the one who first suggested taking custody of his daughter, so you should just accept it. Also, I'll be seeking compensation, so be prepared for that.
Compensation?
My lawyer is going to come talk to you two later. I'll leave it to you then. I'll block this number too then. From now on, you'd have to communicate through my lawyer. Bye then. This is how I ended up divorcing my unfaithful husband and I returned to my parents' home. While working at our busy cafe, I'm enjoying fulfilling days with my parents. I filed for compensation from both Tyler and Emily, and they paid up promptly. Since Emily probably didn't have much savings, I assume Tyler paid everything. She had no choice but to take the role as the mother of Amanda. But that kind of attitude is something that children can see through. Emily was hated by Amanda and was not getting accepted as her mother. It seems Amanda throws tantrums and even throws her school bag or books. Emily is another immature child goes on a rampage against Amanda with all her might. Tyler was stressed about the situation, so he ended up cheating on Emily too. It seems like the family is on the brink of collapse.
Sis! Long time no see! Sis? Could it be Susan? That's right! It's your cute little sister Susan. Sis, how are you? I'm fine, but more importantly, how did you find out my WhatsApp account? I looked it up through your ex-boyfriend. You remember Bob? The guy I stole from you, don't you? I broke up with him right after that. You're still friends with him, right? I asked him and he told me. We were classmates in high school and in the same club. When we all get together, Bob is there too. I don't think anything of it now. So, what do you want? I don't have anything to say to you because I'm done with you. You're still as cold as ever, sis. I really wanted to congratulate you. I asked around to various people for your contact information. Finally, I found Bob. What do you mean, congratulate? Oh no, sis. Don't play dumb with me. So, what is it? I heard you got remarried. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations. How did you know about that? Who told you? I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want you to know. It doesn't matter who it is. You shouldn't be looking for the culprit. I guess you hear rumors like that all the time. Why are you hiding something good? Think about it. Who do you think that caused it? What? Are you saying it's my fault? Sis, that's terrible. Well, if they know, then so be it. Thank you for taking the time to contact me. I'm busy. Can I go now? Wait a minute! I finally found you, but you're being so cold. We're sisters. And you didn't even let me know you got remarried? You've always been like that. Don't be silly. It's all your fault. Don't you know how much I've suffered because of you? I thought I had finally gotten rid of you, and now you contact me like this again. It's thanks to my current husband that I'm finally getting back on my feet. I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. I knew you wouldn't like it, okay? I knew that. But I really just wanted to genuinely congratulate you. How can I believe that? How could you take my husband away from me and then call me like nothing happened? Don't talk to me like I stole your husband. It's exactly the same thing. What's the difference? We just happen to be attracted to each other. How can you say that? You were after my husband from the very beginning, with every intention of taking him away from me. Besides, he was the one who approached me first. All you do is lie. You went to see my ex-husband many times by accident, and I know it. I also know that you've been giving off an aura of liking him. Sis, maybe you think I'm the only one at fault? Well, I know that my ex-husband was like that when he flirted with you. That's not the only thing. You're really sweet on yourself, aren't you, sis? Huh? What are you trying to say? I'm saying that you weren't attractive enough as a woman to keep him. I don't want you to blame us for everything. I've had enough of this. Talking with you is just tiring. Oh, I'm right. You can't say it back. Say whatever you want. I remarried and I'm happy now. Yeah, I was surprised to hear that. I didn't expect that there would be a man who would like you. Huh? Didn't you just call me to congratulate me? If you're just trying to piss me off, can we just finish our conversation? Sorry. I thought you were going to be single for the rest of your life, so I was just surprised. Can I really go? It's none of your business who I remarried, so leave me alone. I'm your sister, remember? It's my business. What is your new husband like? I'm not going to tell you that. If I told you, you'd try to take him away again, right? That's impossible. You're the one who's impossible. You wouldn't even introduce me to your new husband. I'm not going to introduce you to anyone, no matter how much you ask. You're the one who wants to take everything that's mine. You don't have to talk to me like that. You deserve to hear that. I'm really busy, so I won't be responding anymore. I'll see you later. Sis, wait a minute. Sis? Sis, don't ignore me. You again? I told you I won't answer you anymore, didn't I? I don't know if you're free, but I'm busy. That's terrible. I'm not free either. I'm happy about something. I called you because I wanted you to hear it from me. I don't want to hear it. Why not? It's probably just something stupid. Then I don't want to hear it. That's just awful. Your sweet, sweet sister wants you to listen to her. So why can't you at least listen to me a little? Who's sweet? To me, she's just a cheeky little sister, isn't she? Anyway, I'm not going to listen to you. Go talk to someone else, a friend. Bye. Wait a minute, I'll tell you briefly. I have a boyfriend. Oh, well, that's great. Is that all you have to say? I'm not interested in your boyfriend. Wait. My boyfriend is amazing. He's so hot. You've seen my previous boyfriends, right? I'm sure they were all cool in their own way, but he's number one all time. Isn't that amazing? And he's super elite. Don't you think he's perfect? I haven't even met him, so I don't know if he's perfect. But I have a feeling you'd like him. You always choose people based on their own conditions. What's wrong with that? Most women do. I don't think so. And he asked me to marry him and have a baby. Good for you. I wish you all the best. Can I go now? Hey, sis, why do you keep talking like that? You could have been a little happier. I told you from the start I don't want to listen to you. I'm not going to congratulate you even if I hear about your happiness. Huh? I can't believe it. I was so happy when you got remarried. And yet, you won't give me your blessing even though I have a boyfriend. Isn't it obvious? You stole not only my boyfriend, but also my husband. I won't let you say I've forgotten. You were still in high school when you stole my boyfriend, and you were still in college when you stole my husband. You weren't serious. You enjoyed taking them from me, didn't you? And now, you want me to congratulate you for having a boyfriend? Don't be silly. I'm sorry, but I'm serious this time. I'm 20 now, and I'm graduating from junior college soon, right? I definitely don't want to work. I'm going to marry him and become an elegant housewife. I'd love to have his children and raise a happy family. It's your life, and that's fine. As long as you stay out of my way. Why don't you do whatever you want? Yeah, thanks. I'll keep you posted on how things go with him. You don't have to. I don't want anything to do with you, and if you have a wedding, I'm not going. What are you talking about? You're my only sister. Of course you're going to be at the wedding. I don't want to. I broke it off with you. Don't forget that. Don't ever contact me again. You're just saying that. I don't remember cutting ties with you. I'll contact you soon. Sis, can I talk to you for a minute? You again? I was relieved when I didn't hear from you for a while. I told you not to contact me again. Did you? I'm really busy. I have so much to do. I don't have time for you. You should really listen to me today. I'm serious. No, it's fine. I've told you 100 times that I don't want to hear what you have to say. Oh my God! Why are you being such a bitch, sis? Just listen to me. I told you I don't want to. Enough. I'll tell you one-sidedly. I told you the other day that I have a boyfriend. He proposed to me and we're getting married. Well, that's good. I heard all about it. Bye. So, this is a bit sudden, but we're going to spend close to $100,000 and have a big wedding. Oh yeah? He himself has a lot of money, but his parents have money too. They're paying for it. You just want to brag, don't you? I don't care how much you'll spend on the wedding, and I'm not going to the wedding. Oh no! I've told you 1,000 times, I'm done with you. Don't tell me you've forgotten. No, I remember. Because our father and mother also took your side, and they cut ties with me too. Of course they did. It's not about taking sides or anything. I think they just got fed up with their lousy daughter. I'm getting off track. The main topic isn't about the wedding. There's a reason we're in a hurry to get married. I'm having a baby. What? A baby? Already? You said you had a boyfriend just a few days ago. Yes, but I had already decided to marry him. I'm rather happy that things are progressing so quickly, wouldn't you say? You are old enough to be a mom, but I'm going to be a mom before you. I'm really sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I don't care if you become a mom or not. Really? I think it's really your business. What? If you have something to say, say it. It's very hard for me to say it. I'll say it then. I stole your husband again. Huh? I took your husband and I got pregnant. What are you talking about? Don't tell stupid lies. That's not a lie. I think you have every right to be angry. I'm really sorry because I ended up taking your husband again. I'm sorry for that alone. I was so surprised that I could even have a child. That can't be true. Why not? It's definitely your husband. Your husband works for a famous company, right? He makes a lot of money, and he has a chance to get transferred overseas, right? That's true, but there are plenty of companies like that. I'm not just talking about a company. He is tall and wears thick-rimmed glasses, right? That's true, but he's insanely good-looking, isn't he? I don't know if I'm the right person to say this, being his wife, but in general, I think he's good-looking. See? Definitely your husband. Sis, I don't have the courage to see you. I never imagined that I would have to take away my sister's husband twice. You definitely did that on purpose. You enjoy making me sad so much. Oh? I got busted! Yes, it's not that I enjoy it. It's just that I want your thing so much. My husband is not a thing. You're only 20 years old and you can meet as many people as you want. You don't need to take my husband away from me. Well, on the other hand, that's how much I love you, isn't it? No way. You like me? You're giving me the chills. I'll ask you again. Who are you going to marry? Oh my God. Did you forget in your shock? I told you he's your husband. There's no way you and I are sisters. Even if you don't want to believe it, we're sisters. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a wedding meeting now. I have to go, sis. See you later. Sis, I need to talk to you. Sis, don't ignore me. Hey, what are you up so early? What? It's already past noon. Are you sleepwalking? Do you want to talk to me again? What is it this time? Sis, what's going on? What is it? Don't play dumb with me. I have no idea what you're trying to say. Your husband's mother just showed me a video. What? My mother-in-law? I don't understand. What video is it? Huh? You know what it is. How long are you going to play dumb with me? No, I really don't know what it's about. The video had a bunch of pictures from when I was dating your ex-husband. And there was a message from him at the end. What? What kind of message? How dare you ruin my happiness because you went the extra mile? Wow, impressive. He is right. Huh? Why is that? I knew it was you who did it. When you heard I was pregnant with your husband's baby and getting married, you're trying to harass me so my marriage will fail. Huh? There's no way I would do such a thing. I get it. You stole the pictures from my phone without my permission. I didn't even know you were still talking to your ex-husband. It's too awful that you would do something like this. Why would I talk with my ex-husband? I never want to see him. I don't even know where he is or what he's doing. No. Who else would it be but my sister? Because of you, I'm in trouble because my mother-in-law is asking me a lot of questions. Asking you questions? What kind? Can you promise me that you will never look at another man again? Can you promise that you will devote yourself to my son for the rest of your life? Can you promise that you'll have a child until an heir is born? Wow. She said she wants to be sure before I marry her son. She is amazing. No. It's your fault. You knew about his mother's character, and you set this up. That's really disgusting. I can't forgive you. Why should I do such a thing? I told you before, didn't I? It's none of my business who you marry. Huh? That can't be true. You're harassing me like this because I said I'm marrying your husband. But I can't forgive you for this. You're going to have to make a proper excuse to his mother, aren't you? What excuse do you want me to give? That was indeed my ex-husband, but it's not my sister's fault. I just wasn't attractive for him. My sister says she will only devote herself to him from now on. Tell his mother this. I can't lie like that, because it's true that you messed with my ex-husband. No! If you don't give an excuse for me, I may never be happy with him. I want to marry him and become a wealthy housewife. Help me out here. I don't want to help you. Even if I wanted to, it's physically impossible. What? What do you mean? Because I'm not in the States right now. What? That's impossible. Don't lie to me. I'm not lying. I haven't been in the States since I first got your line. If you're not lying, then where are you? Oh, I understand. Maybe you're in shock because you lost your husband again, and you're on a trip to get over him. If that's the case, I guess I can't help it. I understand that you're shocked. Did you listen to what I had to say? From the first time you contacted me, I said I wasn't in the States. Really? What the hell is going on? You seem to have misunderstood something. I'm in Germany. Huh? Germany? My husband is an international traveler, like you said. He works in our German office now. I'm in Germany right now because of my husband's job transfer. By the way, he works for a famous company. If he is tall and good-looking with thick-rimmed glasses, I can think of someone else besides my husband. Really? Who is he? He's my stalker. Huh? Stalker? Who told you that the man you are marrying is my husband? Of course he told me. What do you mean, stalker? I was the victim of a stalker about 6 months ago. What? You? That's right. When I was in the States, I saw someone who looked like my husband at the train station. I called out to him once, and that was the stalker. And then I started seeing him every day like he was waiting for me. I'm seriously scared. Right? Soon he'd ask me to marry him. He started asking me to have his baby. I didn't even ask him, but he started saying he wouldn't let me worry about money. I got so scared I had to run and run and run, and finally, even his mother came out. Are you talking about his mother by any chance? I think it probably is. With the marriage certificate. Fill this out now and you will marry my son. You are going to have our son's child. I won't let you get away with it. She had this look in her eyes that scared the shit out of me. No, that's not true. I'm not lying. I told my husband, and he was so worried that he decided to hide and keep an eye on him. Just that day, my stalker suddenly pulled me by the arm. He almost took me. My husband came right out and caught him. Somehow, the stalker's mother was there too. Instead of apologizing, she said, "You're married. I thought you were single. If that's the case, just say so. We're only interested in women who can give us an heir." And then he left. That's such a mess. But isn't it crazy? He did indeed say he was your husband. Did he really say it like that? Think back to that time. Let's see. As I recall, are you my sister's husband? I think I asked him that way. Because he was such a jerk, I think he was just making things up as he went along. He didn't care who it was as long as he could marry and produce an heir, did he? Oh no! What am I supposed to do? I'm pregnant with this child. What's going to happen now? I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Well, I can only imagine how tumultuous your life will be marrying that man. Oh no! It's your fault that things turned out like this, so do something about it! Huh? Why is it my fault? I had nothing to do with it. You shouldn't have just remarried and tried to be happy without thinking about me. That's enough. I was in the depths of grief because you took my ex-husband away from me. Then I happened to meet him. He saved me from my grief. He married me knowing everything that had happened. I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him. It's not fair that you're the only one who's happy. Then why don't you be happy too? What? How? Just create a happy family with my ex-stalker and his mother. Don't be irresponsible. I can't do that. I seriously want to break up with him now that I've heard about him. But you're pregnant. You have to make it work with those people. Or are you going to raise a child on your own? And you're not even working. That's... Sis, please, you have to help me. I can't. I told you, I'm in Germany. There's nothing I can do for you. Then, go back home now. You could do that for your sweet sister. My sweet sister? That's not how I think of you. I broke it off with you in the first place. I don't owe you anything. Don't be so cold. If you don't want to get married, then you're on your own. Find a job where you can work even if you have a baby. Or you can try to talk to the police. Think for yourself. Sis, are you seriously not going to help me? I'm serious. I won't help you. I will never forgive you. Don't ever contact me again. I'll block your contacts too. Sis, wait, please! After that, my sister ran away from him and his mother and tried to rely on our parents. But my parents still can't forgive her for taking my ex-husband away from me. She was turned away at the door. However, she is still their child. I think it was complicated for them to turn away my sister with a big belly. She didn't want them to find her. She moved to a faraway place where she didn't know anyone. She gave birth to her child alone. I think it was a good thing that she was able to escape from them. But my sister is only 20 years old and ignorant of the world. I doubt if she can raise a child by herself. Well, she got what she deserved, I guess. I'm going to be living in Germany for a few more years. I would like to spend this precious time with my family.
Daisy, it's been a while. I'm mad at you. You're my son's wife and you don't even call me. What do you think you're doing? Hey, are you listening to me? You've got some nerve ignoring me, your mother-in-law.
Hi, long time no see. Sorry, I was at work until just a few minutes ago. I just saw your message. What can I do for you?
What do you mean, what can I do for you? You haven't contacted me in 3 months. What is wrong with you? Why should I have to contact you? You don't even know how to behave like a proper in-law.
Could it be that you haven't heard yet?
What? I'm talking to you right now, so don't interrupt me.
Huh?
It's not huh. It's yes, Mom. You're unbelievable. You can't even reply properly.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't try to use work as an excuse. I'm your husband's mother. I'm the one who went out of my way to contact you. From now on, I want you to reply immediately. Understood? Are you listening to me? Yes, right?
Yes, Mom.
The only reason I called you today was to give you a piece of my mind. I can't believe I have to say this at all.
Yes. What is it now?
I went to see where you guys moved to yesterday.
What? Where are we? What do you mean?
I told you not to interrupt. First of all, shut up and listen to me. It's just common sense, right?
Yes, Mom.
I couldn't believe it when I went in the place. You haven't done any housework at all. There were so many clothes thrown all over the place. There was nowhere to stand. How can you live in a pig pen like that? You don't even wash the dishes after you eat. The sink was a mess. The refrigerator was almost empty. I found tons of sandwich wrappers and snack packages from the convenience store in the garbage. Are you feeding my Eddie all the unhealthy food? Not only that, there were a bunch of empty beer cans in a garbage bag. My Eddie doesn't drink alcohol, so it must be you.
No, I can't tolerate alcohol in the first place. I do not drink beer.
So, how many times do I have to tell you not to interrupt me?
Sorry.
Also, the carpets were filthy with dust and hair. You haven't even vacuumed. You're going to make excuses like you're too busy working anyway. I told you, you should be a stay-at-home wife. And yet, you say you can manage to juggle housework and a job. You just wanted to work and didn't listen to a thing I said. I said, well, if you can manage both, it's fine. I respected your opinion. But if you don't want to take care of your husband, Edwin, then you should quit your job right now. After all, a woman should be a stay-at-home wife.
Are we done here?
Huh?
I was told not to interrupt, so I waited for you to finish. It looks as though you're mistaken about a lot of things, so I'd like to correct you.
Huh? Mistaken? I'm not mistaken about anything. I won't allow excuses or backtalk.
First of all, it seems you haven't heard from Edwin. We're divorced.
I heard about it.
What?
I told you I know you're divorced.
You know it, but you call me your mother-in-law?
Yes, what's the problem? Listen, Daisy. Divorced or not, it doesn't matter. You two live together, right? As long as you live together, you are Edwin's wife and our daughter-in-law. As his wife, as our daughter-in-law. It's a matter of course that you can take care of the house so that he can live comfortably, isn't it? That's not all. Of course, you are devoted to Edwin, your husband. It is only natural that you also pay respect to me, Edwin's mother.
That's such a moot point. If we're divorced, then Edwin and I are strangers now. And I am a stranger to you as well. From the day we stopped being husband and wife, we started our separate lives.
So, I am telling you not to talk back to me, your mother-in-law.
I am telling you that you are no longer my mother-in-law. This is not backtalk. I am just stating the obvious.
What is wrong with you? If you have time to talk back to me, then get on with your chores. It's impossible for you to balance a job and housework, isn't it? Like I said before, if you can't do both, you should quit your job. If you can't tell your company, I can tell your company that you're quitting.
Please don't do that. If you do that, it will cause trouble at work.
It's because you didn't quit earlier. If you don't want me to contact the company, I suggest you resign on your own.
I'm not quitting my job.
Huh? You're the wife and you're going to defy me.
I don't intend to. But if I quit my job, I won't be able to make a living.
Are you trying to say that Edwin's salary is too low? You really are the worst. I don't know why Edwin chose you as his wife. If you manage things properly, you should be able to live on Edwin's salary just fine. It's your role as a wife to manage money well.
Therefore, since we are already divorced, I'm not the wife.
You're tenacious. If you think that by saying that, you don't have to do the housework, you were mistaken.
Well, to begin with, I moved after the divorce and now live in a different area.
Huh? Moved?
Yes, it just kind of happened. I was offered a transfer right after the divorce. I thought it was a good opportunity, so I accepted and moved.
I can't believe it. The wife moved out by herself. Husbands and wives are supposed to live together.
As I have told you many times, I am divorced from Edwin, and we are no longer a couple. Therefore, I am not moving in alone.
I would not allow it. Quit your job immediately and come back.
Huh?
Well, I'm being nice. I'll give you a reprieve. I think you have to tell the company at least a month before you resign, don't you? If you tell the company you're leaving now, I'll give you a month to take over the responsibilities. But I can't imagine Eddie spending another month in that dirty house. I'll take care of Eddie until you come back. You should be grateful.
You haven't listened to the thing I said. I'm not going to quit my job, and I'm not going to move out. We're divorced, and this is crazy.
What's so crazy? You think you're so smart. Just get moving and quit your job and come back. I understood.
Edwin, how's it going? I need to talk to you. Is this a good time?
Daisy, long time no see. How are you?
Sorry for calling you, even though we're divorced.
No, that's totally fine. We didn't get divorced because we weren't getting along. Well, if one of us finds someone someday, then we'll probably have to stop communicating so much. But so far, it doesn't look like that's going to happen to me. I'm totally fine with it.
Me too. No problem at all.
So, what's the story?
Actually, it's about your mom.
My mom? Did she do something to you again?
Well, you could say she did something. She contacted me today. I couldn't get through to her at all, and I'm having a hard time.
What did she say?
To sum it up, she said that even if we get divorced, I'm still your wife, and I'm still her daughter-in-law.
Huh? No way.
So she told me not to neglect my housework. If I couldn't balance housework and my job, then I have to quit my job. She told me to tell the company I was quitting and then come back home in a month.
I don't get it. Why would she say something like that? So, what did you say?
Edwin and I are divorced, so we are strangers now. I told her that I'm not quitting the company, and I have no intention of going back. She didn't understand me at all. No matter what I said, she kept saying that I'm the wife, even if we are divorced. I'm at my wit's end. That's why I contacted you.
I'm really sorry. She's the same as ever, isn't she? That's what I hate about her.
Oh yeah, by the way, she still calls you my Eddie.
Seriously, after I told her to stop, I'm having a mental breakdown again.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel bad.
It's not your fault.
Are you still not feeling well?
About that, I went back to my parents' house after the divorce, right? Right after that, my parents separated.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Apparently, My dad had reached to the end of his rope with my mom. I guess he thought he could leave her in my hands now that I was back. After that, her interference with me was worse than ever. I couldn't take it anymore. I was mentally at my limit. So I snuck out of the house in the middle of the night while my mom was sleeping. She kept calling and texting me. I never answered her calls or read her messages. I don't plan on going back to my parents' house.
I see. You've been through a lot as well.
She's the reason we got divorced. If it weren't for her, I think we'd be doing well. I couldn't stand the fact that you felt bad because of her. I thought that if we got divorced, it would be over. But I guess I was naive.
I'm fine. Don't worry about it. I told you I was staying at my aunt's place after the divorce, didn't I?
Yeah.
Actually, after that, I got transferred to the place pretty far away.
Oh, really?
I told your mom about it, but I didn't tell her where I was. She's not gonna be able to come after me or anything, so don't worry.
Then I'm glad.
I'm rather worried about you.
Me?
Your mother. She told me I had to come back in a month. She said, in the meantime, she'd be taking care of you. Doesn't that mean she knows where you live now?
Oh God, no way. I haven't told her. She couldn't know.
Yeah, okay. But yesterday's text message made it sound like she'd already been inside the house. Clothes were strewn all over the place. Sandwich wrappers and beer cans were thrown away. She said all kinds of things. It is possible that the address leaked out, and she broke in while you were gone?
No, I don't think so.
What makes you say that?
I told you I'd be thinking about changing jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mom knows where I work. I didn't want her to get in on it. So I decided to take the opportunity and make a career change. Surprisingly, it didn't take long. I started working there last week.
I'm glad to hear that.
Thank you. The company has a dormitory, and the rent is cheap, so I'm in it. They don't let anybody in the dormitory, even if it's the family member. They can't enter unless the manager and the tenant give permission. I've never heard of my mother coming here, and it's a long way from my parents' house. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Then I guess it's okay. So then, whose house is it that your mother went into?
That's a mystery. Maybe she was streaming? To begin with, I don't eat dinner in my room because there's a cafeteria. And I'm sure you know that I don't drink beer either.
That's right.
Well, it's no use thinking about it. I'll just say Mom was sleepwalking.
I wonder if it's okay.
I'm not even gonna be in touch with my mom anymore. I'm going to block her messages at some point. As long as there's no harm done to me, I don't care what she does. If I don't take a stand, I won't be able to go on.
You're right.
You can block Mom too, Daisy. You're in no more of a position to have anything to do with her than I am. You don't have to be involved with that person.
Yeah, right. I've been kind of concerned about her movements, so I just left it about it. I'll just keep an eye on her a little bit longer, and then I'll block her.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I haven't had dinner yet. I've got to go. If I don't get going, the cafeteria is gonna be closed.
Yeah, okay. I'll call you if I hear anything else.
Yeah, I'll call you too. Daisy, what should I do? I don't know what's going. I was just taking care of my Yeti for you. Hey, Daisy! Hurry up and answer me back. Hey! I'm your mother-in-law. I'm calling you because I'm in trouble. You can't just ignore me.
What can I do for you?
I finally got a reply. Hey, what's going on?
So, what is it?
I was cleaning Eddie's room for you, as usual. Suddenly, a young woman I don't know came in. She shouted at me, "Hey lady, what are you doing in my apartment? Don't tell me you're a thief." I said, "This is Edwin's room. What do you think you're doing?" Then, a guy with red hair who looked like he was a thug came in and said to me, "Who you old lady? Get out of here right now. I'm calling the police." He was yelling at me. I didn't know what to do. I was so freaked out I hid in the bathroom. Who are those people? Those ruffians. Don't tell me you're friends of yours.
Well, I don't think so. But the room you're in right now has nothing to do with Edwin.
Huh? That can't be true.
Where are you now?
Where? It's an apartment on Stanford Street.
Stanford Street. So could it be an apartment building called Stanford Heights?
Yes, I think you're right. It's apartment 402, isn't it? You and Eddie live here, don't you?
What makes you think that?
Because Eddie left us. And then I found the note in his desk. It had the address of this place written on it. When I came here, there were enough dishes for both of you. I thought to myself, there's no doubt about it. He's back in with you after all. So why am I being treated like a thief? And why is this happening to me?
That apartment. It was my aunt's apartment that I stayed in for a couple of weeks right after the divorce. After that, I was transferred to a new place. And my aunt moved to a different place and moved out of there. So perhaps the men and women you just met are the new occupants.
Oh no. Then what was that note Eddie left to me?
He probably didn't leave it for you. I gave Edwin the address, so I think he wrote it down at that time. I left some important business documents at the house where we lived together. So I gave him my address so that he could send them to my aunt's house. I think he forgot to dispose of the note after he finished using it.
What's that? I thought he left me his address. I thought he could see him anytime, so I didn't chase after him. Then where is Edwin now?
I don't know.
You're lying. You really know, don't you? Tell me. Don't lie to my face. How can it be that a wife doesn't know where her husband is? That's enough. We're already divorced. You were the cause of our divorce. Huh? I'm the cause of your divorce?
Edwin has always been fed up with your terrible interference. Especially after we got married. You treated me as if I was your personal servant. Edwin, who was so kind to me, thought it was his fault and that he couldn't take care of me. He was driven into a mental corner.
Oh no.
We thought that if things continued as they were, we would both be ruined, so we talked it over. We came to the conclusion that divorcing would lighten the mental burden. We divorced.
That's a lie. What is wrong with a mother's love for her son?
Your overly strong feelings were a burden to your son. He said he had no intention of contacting you.
What did you just say?
By the way, are you sure?
What?
Isn't this a bad time to be talking to me? You holed up in someone else's bathroom right now, aren't you?
Oh my god. What should I do? I hear the sirens of the police car.
Well, I think that you would. The police contacted my father-in-law, and I found out through Edwin, who heard about it. How did my ex-mother-in-law get into the apartment? One day, when the current residents, a working couple, forgot to lock the door and went to work, my ex-mother-in-law went there and was able to get into the room. She found the key and just went ahead and made a duplicate one. My former mother-in-law mistakenly thought that the apartment was her son's. She broke into the room once every 2 days without permission. And finally, she ran into the current resident couple. Ordinarily, my ex-father-in-law, who had wanted to divorce her, apparently used this incident as the last straw to slam divorce papers on her. Without knowing the whereabouts of her beloved son, she tried to claim my ex-father-in-law, saying I hate being alone, but in the end, it seems the two of them got divorced. The house where my ex-mother-in-law lived was under my ex-father-in-law's name, so they sold it, and she, who had nowhere else to go, had already lost her family home. And with no one to rely on, she reluctantly began living alone. In a small apartment intended for singles, she works part-time during the day and spends her nights crying. I've done something wrong to you. Please, I beg you to help me. This was written in a text message sent just before being blocked.
John, are you still at work? Are you working overtime again? Can you come to the hospital right now? I'm at St. Peter's.
Huh? What happened?
My dad started feeling some pain in his chest. I called the ambulance and they took him there.
What? No way.
It was so sudden, I didn't know what to do. Can you please come with me? I need your support.
Oh, I'm sorry, I can't.
What?
I want to, but I'm swamped with work. I probably won't be home till midnight.
Oh,
Anyways, how's your dad?
I don't know anything yet.
Is he conscious?
No, he's been unconscious ever since they brought him in.
I see. Well, your father's getting old. Anything can happen, right?
Yeah, but...
Oh well, I'm sorry I couldn't make it.
Well, maybe when you get back from work, you could stop by the hospital.
Do I really have to?
What?
He's not awake, right? It doesn't make sense for me to go if he's unconscious, right? It's a waste of time.
What the hell? Aren't you worried about my father?
Of course I'm worried about him. It doesn't matter if I go right now. He won't even notice I'm there. It's not like he's going to get better if I go. Honestly, it's pointless. You being there is enough, right?
What a horrible thing to say.
Well, your father was a good help. If he ever wakes up, you tell him, thank you for all your help over the years. Well, there's a good chance he won't make it, though. I'll make sure to tell him on his funeral.
Hold on. Are you being serious?
What?
Why are you being so insensitive? That's inappropriate.
Huh? Is it?
You're talking like he's gone already. He treated you so well, right? And that's what you're going to say about him?
He did treated me well, but that's life. I can't do anything about it. Parents passing away before their children is natural.
You're being too cold. Saying it's useless to go when they're unconscious? Shouldn't you be worried that he's unconscious?
You know what? I have my own reasons. I'm working on a very important project. I might get promoted. Everything is depending on it.
Oh, I see.
That's why I'm telling you I just can't leave work like this. But don't forget, you're able to live the way you do because of my job too. Don't get too demanding. Don't you want me to get a promotion?
Of course I appreciate your hard work. And I'd be happy to see you get a promotion, but I'm working too.
Work? Your job is just for fun.
Just for fun?
It's just a part-time job. You earn way less than me. Just because you're earning that little money, you can't be acting like you got a real job.
I work with pride even though I don't earn a lot. Also, the reason I don't earn as much as I used to is because I had to take care of my father. If you helped more with household chores and caregiving, I could have earned more.
You've got to be kidding me. Are you trying to force me to take care of your father and do house chores?
I'm not forcing you or anything. I just want you to spend more time with your family.
I'm disappointed.
Huh?
I've been working my ass off and you're still not satisfied.
I told you I'm grateful for you. It's just, I wish you could help me with the house with everything that's going on. I already lost my mom. I don't have any family. You're the only one I can rely on.
We are family, but your father feels like a stranger to me.
A stranger?
I mean, we're not blood related. Well, when it comes down to it, everyone else is just a stranger, right?
That's it. I won't depend on you.
What the hell? Are you mad?
I don't expect anything from someone who calls my father a stranger.
Oh, come on. Don't take it personally.
I'm the one who should be disappointed in you.
Oh, yeah? Why don't you ask that relative?
Huh?
Your relative that you talked about before? The one you said moving close to us? I don't remember their name because it's not of my business, but you're related to them, right? So why don't you ask them to do something about it?
I might have to ask them for some help.
Then you'll be fine without me.
You really are insensitive, huh?
Enough about that. What's going to happen to the inheritance?
What?
The inheritance. Your dad's inheritance.
Do you really have to bring that up now? He's still alive.
He is, but it's just a matter of time, right? Since things will get hectic with funeral preparations after he passes, I thought it'd be best to discuss everything now. So, how much inheritance are we talking about? I remember your dad had quite a bit of land, right? And I heard he got stocks too, so there should be a good amount of inheritance. You'd be aware of this, wouldn't you? Hello? Lara? What's wrong? Are you ignoring me? Damn, the moment we started talking about money, you're gonna ignore me. Oh well, I'll hit you up tomorrow. Lara, how is your dad doing?
The surgery was a success.
Oh, he had surgery?
Yes, the doctor said he's going to be fine now.
Seriously?
What's so funny?
No, I just think it's amazing.
What?
I mean, he was rushed to the ER last night, right? And this morning he's all fine. It's amazing how far medical science has come.
Yes, it is.
He might live longer than you think.
I hope so. I hope he lives a long life. I know you don't want him to, though.
Come on. It's not that. Are you still upset about last night?
You think anyone would be okay with what you were saying?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't make it to the hospital. I have an important work. You can't blame me for it. Also, the surgery went good, right? So everything is fine. I don't know what you are upset about.
Everything is fine?
What? I mean, it turned out fine, didn't it?
Why are you like this? You're insane.
Don't be exaggerated.
You're way worse than that, honestly.
Well, let me ask you something. Imagine if you were in my position. You're working an important job with a promotion at stake. If my dad was rushed to the hospital, would you go?
Yeah, I will.
He just got rushed to the hospital, you know. Normally, you wouldn't go, right?
I'm going.
Oh, come on. Don't lie to me.
Most people go, especially if it's family.
But he didn't raise you, though.
But he raised you, my husband, so he's my family too.
Are you serious? I think you should think about that.
Why?
I already told you about this. People who aren't blood related are just strangers. In the end, anyone other than yourself is just a stranger. Whether my parents are okay or not, it has nothing to do with you, right? Yet you prioritize family over work. If you keep having such naive thoughts, you'll end up in a bad situation someday.
Whatever happens to my family, I'd still want to be there for them. You told me before we got married, being kind to others is what you love about me.
I said that. It's been so long I can't even remember. But seriously, I think we need to consider practical aspects when thinking about the future. There's a possibility of expanding our family. Wouldn't it be tough if we keep doing things for them? Now, speaking of practical matters, what's going to happen with your dad's inheritance?
Are you talking about that again?
Because you never answered my question.
His surgery was successful and he's on the road to recovery.
But considering his age, you never know what's going to happen, right?
Are you assuming he's going to get sick again?
I'm not saying that. But you know, since your dad is wealthy, it's natural to be curious, right? If I were in his position, I'd take care of the inheritance process before I die. I'd make sure it's used for child support or to help with living expenses or something like that. That's the duty of someone with money, right?
What are you trying to say?
What?
If you have something to say, just say it.
Then I'll tell you. I also get a share of your father's inheritance, right? You always seem reluctant to talk about inheritance in front of me. But hey, don't keep it all for yourself. Share some with me too. I can tell, you know.
What? You're the one who's gonna pay, not to receive.
Huh? Pay for what?
I'll take care of the paperwork. You just have to sign it.
What? What do you mean, paperwork? What are you talking about?
I think it's time for you to look for another job.
Huh?
You said something about an important project. I don't think you're gonna get that promotion.
Wait a minute. What's up with you all of a sudden? Not getting a promotion? What?
You'll see. Bye.
What the hell? I have no idea what you're talking about. Lara, what did you do?
What's wrong? I'm at the hospital and can't answer the phone right now. I mean, aren't you at work right now? Why are you on your phone?
My boss just called me. He told me I'm fired.
Oh my.
This is all you, huh? What the hell did you do?
I didn't do anything, okay?
Bullshit. You said something about looking for another job. That's what you said earlier.
I just took your advice.
What? What are you talking about?
You told me to get help from my relatives who live nearby.
I did, but...
I talked to that relative about this case right away.
So, what does it have to do with me getting fired?
You didn't know? He's the executive director of your company.
Huh?
I'm stunned. I can't believe you don't know who the big boss is at your company.
Executive director? Are you kidding me?
He's my uncle, my father's brother.
Uncle? But he doesn't have the same last name as your father.
My uncle changed his last name when he got married.
Oh my God.
You saw him a few times in the neighborhood. You didn't know until now?
No, I didn't. I never say hello to my neighbors when I pass them. I don't even look at them.
I don't know if that's a good way to behave as a member of society.
I mean, if he lives so close, why didn't you tell me?
Because my uncle told me not to.
What?
He wants to see how you act outside the office. He told me not to say anything until you notice.
No way.
But this incident has convinced him. He said you are a worse person.
Huh?
Instead of getting a promotion, you got fired. I'm sorry about that.
Wow. You've been talking bad about me, huh?
I just told him the truth. When my father was rushed to the hospital, you said you were working overtime and didn't show up at the hospital.
Oh.
Uncle, he was appalled. No one was supposed to be working overtime yesterday, but you had an important project. You were at the office till after 9 p.m., right? What does that mean?
Well,
I mean, under the circumstances, you lied about working late and didn't even bother to come to the hospital. Where the hell have you been then?
no, I mean, it was work. I was out drinking with a business partner. It's part of my job. It was an important client. I can't just leave like that.
Yeah, right.
What?
You were out on a date with a coworker.
How did you know?
I heard there was a rumor going around the office that you are having an affair. So after talking to my uncle, he immediately checked with her. He asked where she was last night and who she was with.
Wow, seriously?
She confessed right away. You started hitting on her about a year ago and then started dating. It seems you often sneaked out during work hours for dates. It's only normal to get fired. She also said you went to the hotel after work.
Damn, you hypocrite.
What?
I'm talking about you. It's ridiculous. Kind to others. You're a bitch, you know that? Using relatives to get me fired.
It wasn't my fault you got fired. You were cheating on me. You had this coming.
Well, I don't care if you found out. I don't care if I got fired either. With my father-in-law's inheritance, I can just relax and live comfortably from now on.
Wow. Seriously? You think you're still gonna get something from him?
Well, of course I do. You're the only daughter, and you're married to me, so I'm entitled to it. We're family.
I have a promissory note from my father.
What? A promissory note?
What? You don't even remember the money? You were in debt before you married me, right? You were addicted to gambling when you were a student, and even after you got a job, you still couldn't pay it back. Moreover, you borrowed from high-interest consumer finance, so all you were paying was interest. My father covered that debt and paid it off. You signed it.
No, wait. I remember that. But didn't he say that I don't need to pay him back? Bringing that up now won't change anything since there's nothing to repay.
Wow. You remember it in your own convenient way. You conveniently forget the important parts, don't you?
What's the point? And what do you mean by important parts?
Dad had conditions where you didn't have to repay the debt, right?
Conditions? Was there a condition?
Did you forget? Well, if you've forgotten, it's best to check the agreement again. It clearly stated at the bottom, I've given you a copy to ensure everything is transparent and above board, haven't I?
Maybe I did, but I don't have it with me right now. What's the condition?
If you make my daughter happy, you don't have to pay me back. If my daughter feels unhappy, if her husband is the cause of the divorce, etc., I demand full repayment. That's what it says.
Yeah. I vaguely remember that conversation. The point is, if we don't get divorced, we're good, right? As long as we stay married, I don't have to pay my debt.
Do you really think we can continue this marriage after all you did?
What about it?
You're having an affair.
I'm sorry I cheated on you, but you know, sometimes I just want to let loose. I work hard every day for the family. Cut me some slack for having a little fun with a younger girl, will you?
You've been going out with her for a year.
I'm breaking up with her. I'll only make you happy from now on. You don't want to leave me either, right? So I don't have to pay back my debt, right? Is that okay?
Divorce me.
Huh? Wait a minute. Divorce for just one affair? I said I won't do it again. Divorce is a big deal.
Cheating is one thing, but what's even worse is prioritizing your affair over my father. And on top of that, calling my father a stranger. And then demanding a share of the inheritance because we're family? I have no intention of staying married to a scumbag like you.
Hold on. I'll be home soon. Stop saying you want a divorce.
It's too late. I already told my uncle about the divorce.
I told you to wait. Let's calm down for once. Cool down first before you make such decisions you might regret later.
I'm calm.
I'm sorry. I couldn't be there for you when you needed me.
It's too late to apologize now.
I'm really sorry. Please, listen to me.
I'll see you in court.
What?
I've already made my mind.
Please, I can't handle being in debt and losing my job. Hey, could you talk to your uncle for me? I don't care about getting promoted, but please, don't fire me. I'll be homeless if I don't do something.
You're damn right. I'm going home to my parents. You can't even pay the rent by yourself.
Lara, please think about it.
Over my dead body. Goodbye. Don't try to contact me again.
Lara!
After that, John and I got divorced. John ended up unemployed and struggling with debt. He couldn't pay rent and had to move out. Now he's living in his car and working part-time jobs. I didn't hold back on demanding alimony. So John's likely stuck repaying debts forever. But hey, that's on him. As for me, I crashed with Dad for a bit post-divorce. And now my dad has recovered. I got myself my own place. I also went back to working full-time. Life's good, despite the failed marriage.
Julie, there's no orange juice. What's going on? Julie!
What's all the fuss in the morning, Brenda?
Orange juice is essential for my breakfast, but there's nothing in the fridge.
You just woke up?
Yes. I've been telling you to have it ready.
Sorry, but I'm getting dressed right now.
I want my drink right now.
Please stop being so selfish. Also, stop trying to open the door.
Why are you even locking it? We're family. Just come out.
What do you want me to do?
I want you to get me my orange juice.
Unfortunately, we don't have it at home right now. Just drink something else.
Never mind. Just don't forget to get my juice today. By the way, what about my breakfast?
Excuse me?
I came to the kitchen hungry, but my breakfast isn't prepared. Haven't you made it yet?
You overslept, so please prepare it yourself. I have to leave or I'll be late.
What are you talking about? Make my breakfast before you go.
I can't. I'm leaving.
Huh? Julie!
Brenda, you know I'm working, right? It's rude to keep calling persistently like that over and over again. You're doing this on purpose.
Julie, you're the one who's rude. You're irresponsible for leaving the house doing nothing.
Irresponsible? Isn't it supposed to be your turn to do the household chores this morning?
Huh? My turn?
Don't tell me you forgot. We talked about this yesterday. You took advantage of the fact that Zach is out of town. So you suddenly barged in with all your stuff, saying, "I'm moving in from today." I have no choice but to agree with it. But we set our boundaries and made rules. Breaking them on the first day is absurd.
What? You know nothing about the concept of unspoken understanding, do you?
Huh?
Listen, this is my son's house, and I am his mother. You get it? I am the head of this house. As someone who is allowing you to live here, you have a duty to respect me above all else.
Are you being serious?
The duty roster is just a formality. It should be understood without being said out loud. The head of the household generously agreed to the duty roster, you know? As a daughter-in-law, you should deeply appreciate that. Take the initiative to move without bothering me at all. Well, ideally, when deciding on the duty roster, it's common sense to say, "No way, I can't let my mother-in-law do household chores. Let me take care of everything."
Do you seriously think it works that way? No wonder your husband divorced you.
Huh? You don't know anything.
I got a call from your other son, Mike.
Huh? From Mike?
You were always bullying his wife. And then George found out about it, and he decided to divorce you and cut ties with you. The reason you came here was because they kicked you out.
Stop talking nonsense.
It's true. Mike told Zach about it.
Huh? There's no way that's true. Those two have had a bad relationship since they were kids. Mike was a failure, and he always resented his talented younger brother, Zach. So Zach is the reason why he left home. That's why there's absolutely no way they would still be in contact.
You don't know anything, don't you? Mike left home because he got married. They both still go out for drinks together.
What?
They always hang out during the weekends. They both love photography, so they often go to the beach or the mountains to take pictures. They're very close.
You're kidding.
I'm not. I can send you a picture of them together if you want. You're the only one who doesn't know anything about it. You were always protective of Zach, and you never cared about Mike. But both George and Zach were on Mike's side.
Julie, what are you even talking about?
Mike was thinking about what other people would think, so he had no choice but to take you in. And then you and Mike weren't getting along, and you were taking your stress out on his wife. You harassed her and verbally abused her. Of course, they're going to kick you out. Even your husband is fed up with you.
Ugh.
So just because you came to our house, don't think that your whims will be tolerated. I'm strong-willed, you see. It might have worked with Claire because she's kind, but it won't work with me.
What? How rude.
I'm just stating the facts.
Do you think it's acceptable to take such disrespectful attitude towards the head of the household?
Oh, you got that wrong. You're not the head of this household.
I beg your pardon?
My boss needs me. I have to go.
I'm not done talking with you. I haven't even had anything for breakfast because of you. Come back now and do your chores. Okay. If you're gonna act like that, I'll show you the consequences. You're gonna regret this. Hey, Julie, do you have a minute?
Hi, Zach.
I thought you'd be done with work by now.
I just finished. You always hit me up when you know I'm home. Is everything okay?
Yeah, well, I want to tell you about something important, and I wanted to do it in person. We can't do that because I'm afraid Mom is going to be listening, and I don't want her to see our messages.
I see. So, what did you want to talk about?
Actually, my boss has asked me if I'd like to be transferred overseas.
Overseas?
Yeah. My company has been recently expanding its business overseas. I was asked if I wanted to be part of setting up an overseas branch. You know, I'm currently the project lead for a short-term project at the New York headquarters, right? It seems like my work is being appreciated.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I've always wanted to work overseas. So I'm glad my boss approached me about it. It's just... it seems like this relocation is going to be quite prolonged. So I was told to discuss it thoroughly with my family before making a decision.
I see. So that means it's going to affect me too.
Yeah. If I'm going to be transferred overseas, I'll have to decide whether I'll go by myself or with you. To be honest, I don't want to miss this chance. But I don't want to be away from you either. I was hoping you would come with me.
Is your mother going to come with us too?
Mom, no way. I'm not willing to tell her anything about this, not even our address. This is a good reason to leave her.
Oh, really? Then it's totally fine.
Wait, just like that, you're okay with it? You know you're gonna have to quit your job, right?
I think I don't have to.
What do you mean?
Our company has a remote work system. I can work from anywhere in the world. That's why I think it's possible for me to go abroad without quitting my job. I'll try to talk to them about it.
That would be helpful. Thanks, Julie. I didn't want to get you in trouble.
Don't worry, I'll be fine.
Okay, I'll handle everything with the moving and stuff. It might be difficult for you to do that with Mom around. But if I take care of things while I'm here, I think it'll go smoothly.
Yeah, if she finds out about this, she's gonna lose her mind. I'll let you take care of everything.
Okay, I'll call you or text you then.
Okay. Brenda, what are you thinking?
Oh, Julie, welcome back.
What the... Why would you change the keys to my house?
I don't know what you're talking about. My house? This is my son's house.
Huh?
And yet, you won't listen to anything I say.
No, what are you talking about?
Not making breakfast because you gotta work? What a terrible daughter-in-law. And saying that we should take turns for household chores? What a joke. Back in my day, it was normal that the wife did all the housework. Even if my mother-in-law said something unreasonable, I obediently followed without questioning.
Times have changed since then. And besides, I have a job. Shouldn't it be normal for someone who stays at home all the time to do the housework?
If you can't do anything for this house because of your job, why don't you just quit? You're married. I don't get why you have to keep working.
Well, we have different ways of thinking. Please unlock the door now. It's cold and dark outside.
You can't live in this house anymore.
What? Don't talk nonsense. Please hurry up and open the door.
Even if I unlock the door, you can't live in this house anymore.
What do you mean?
I've stored all your belongings in the rental warehouse at 3rd Avenue.
A rental warehouse?
I mean, it seems you completely misunderstood the concept of hierarchy. I thought it's time to make it clear. Zach will be back from his business trip soon too, so...
What are you going to do? By leaving my belongings in the rental warehouse?
If I do that, you can easily leave the house, right? So be grateful that I saved you the trouble of packing your things.
No, I don't understand. I don't know what you mean.
The key to the rental warehouse is under the flower pot outside. Take your belongings and go back to your parents' house, or rent an apartment. Take some time to think things over carefully. If you want to continue living together, you need to change your attitude.
Why should I leave? You don't even own this house.
My son's house is practically my own house as well. Why do you think you got married to Zach? It's because I allowed it. If you don't want to live with me, divorce him. I'm afraid you got all this wrong, Brenda. Oh, really? Thanks to my son, you're able to live here. You're only concerned with your own demands, forgetting about such important matters. You really don't know anything, huh? This is my parents' house. What? Well, you've gone to the trouble of packing my things. I'm grateful for that. Julie, what are you talking about? This is your parents' house? It's whatever. It's earlier than what we planned, but I'll leave. What do you mean? Goodbye. Hey! Julie! I'm in trouble. Please, pick up the phone. What's wrong? Finally. Listen to me, Julie. Zach came home while you were away. He said he's getting transferred and packed all his stuff. I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen. Oh, really? Really? You're his wife. Do something about it. You have to come back now. No freaking way. I'm with Zach right now. Huh? Where the hell are you? Did you know about Zach getting transferred? Yeah, I know about it, but we'll never tell you where we are. How? We didn't want to live with you in the first place. You're lying. I know you're trying to deceive me. Otherwise, there's no reason for you to leave me behind. I'm going to live here with my son. With just Zach. I've told you many times, that house is my parents' house. Huh? You were supposed to live there temporarily, right? Huh? My father is currently on a business trip, but he's coming back next month. I told you multiple times that I'm going to live with Zach at my parents' house. And I also told you you have to leave at the end of this month. But you never listened. Did you really say those? Yes, multiple times. We don't have to live with my parents anymore since Zach has to transfer. Nobody told me about that. Yes, I did. But you were so hard-headed, insisting that a wife should live with her husband's parents. You never listened to anything I had to say. And now, here we are, and you got what you deserved. I deserved it? Where are you two? I'm moving out here now, so tell me where you guys are at. Like I told you before, we'll never tell you. I mean, even if we did, it's impossible for you to come. What do you mean? We're overseas right now. Overseas? Yes. So you mean Zach's transfer? Yeah, he's been transferred to Japan, and I decided to go with him. Oh, no. Then where should I go? I don't know. You just barged in and never listened to anything I said. You're on your own now. What a cold wife you are. Oh, that's right. I should move in with your parents, right? Huh? I mean, your parents' house is a 2-story building. It has a lot of rooms. Wouldn't it be wasteful for just your parents to live there? I'll move in with them instead of you. Are you out of your mind? There's no way that's gonna happen. Because if I leave this house, I won't have a place to live. Why don't you go back to your hometown? Well, you know, my hometown is not so easy to go back to. What? My parents' house is run by my brother and his wife. We don't really get along. My brother always listens to his wife and never listens to me. So even though it's my parents' house, I don't want to go home because I don't feel comfortable there. I just told you to go back to your hometown. Huh? I never said you should go back to your parents' house and live with them. Oh.
You seem to always have that kind of thinking, don't you? You always want to rely on people. Have you ever thought of getting a place on your own? It's impossible. At my age, I can't support myself. My income is only my pension and I don't get that much. I heard that you received sufficient financial settlement when you got divorced, right? That is none of your business. I heard you went on a lot of trips, ate out a lot, and spent extravagantly. Where it came to the point that you used all your savings. Mike told me about it. How dare you? You are disrespectful. Mom, come on. What? It's me, Zach. Zach? What's going on? Why are you on Julie's phone? Like what Julie said earlier, I'm with her. I stayed quiet because Julie said she wanted to talk to you about it herself. I couldn't take it anymore, so I took over. Oh, this works out perfectly then. Huh? I wanted to ask you about something. Julie is trying to brainwash you, aren't you? Otherwise, there's no way you're going to leave me behind. Zach, please come and pick me up now. You don't need to be considerate of Julie. Just quickly divorce such a disrespectful wife. I'm fed up with you. Huh? You were never involved with anything. I've had enough. Oh no, wait a minute. I wanted to live with you for your sake. It's not for my sake. It's for your own sake, right? No, it's not. Every mother wants to be with their son. Mike never understands that. I know you'll understand me, right? Whatever. Goodbye. Zach, wait! After that, I received a phone call from my parents back home. Apparently, Brenda tried to stay in the house. She clung to my parents, saying, "We're still family," which escalated to involving the police. The incident led to her family cutting ties with her completely, and even her own family refused to support her. With nowhere else to turn, my mother-in-law ended up renting a rundown, cheap apartment. Reluctantly, she searched for work and managed to secure a cleaning job. With her bad attitude towards the clients and her coworkers, they were mean to her. As for me, I've started a new life with Zach in Japan. While we face challenges such as language barriers and cultural differences, we're determined to overcome them together. Tucker, are you going to be home late again today? Sorry, Yvonne. I've been swamped at work lately. I have to stay at the office for a while longer. Well, it must be hard to keep working overtime. I really want to leave earlier and go home and see you and Macy, but I can't leave before my boss. Is Macy still awake? She just finished taking a bath and went to bed. She's tired from playing at daycare all day. Oh, yeah, she's only 3 years old. It's about time she went to bed. I'm really sorry, making you take care of her. It's okay. You work hard for us. You say that, but you're working even harder. You work full-time and you take care of the house. About that? Actually, I've been thinking about working from home lately. What? Work from home? You know, the work I do can be done from home. I want to be home for Macy. It would be easier for you to concentrate on your work if I stay home. But the salary would be lower than it is now, though. You might want to think about that a little more. You've worked so hard, you should keep your job. I don't know, but I don't know how long I'll have the energy. To be honest, I'm exhausted every day. During busy periods at work, I can't really do much overtime, so I'm also trying to consider my colleagues. It's no wonder you have a small child. You're doing your best. I really don't know if I can keep going like this. I'm not taking care of the house properly, am I? When I'm busy, the house is a mess. I tend to cut corners on meals.
It's like that in a house with two people both working.
You think so? Well, it would help if you helped out more around the house.
Sorry, housework isn't my thing. I'll do my best to take care of Macy. Oh yeah, I'm going out with Macy this Sunday too.
Oh, you're going out again?
Yup.
You've been going out a lot lately, haven't you? Just last week you took her to an amusement park.
Really? I was thinking of taking her to the park this time.
I'm glad you're taking her out to play, but could you spend more time relaxing at home? You're tired from work, aren't you? You don't have to go out. We could do something at home.
Well, maybe I'll make a long overdue visit to my parents' house.
Your parents' house?
There's a big park nearby. My mom and dad would love to see Macy. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to take care of her. Then I can take it easy.
I'll go with you then.
What?
I haven't seen your mother and father in a while.
No. You don't have to go, Yvonne. You'll see them at New Year's anyway, right?
That's true, but...
Going to my parents' house will just stress you out. This will give you a chance to enjoy some time alone.
Well, I'll take you up on that and do something by myself. I've been slacking on weeding the garden.
You should do that. Oh, but I'm leaving everything up to you again.
That's okay, you're watching Macy for me.
Oh, that's right.
I really appreciate it, Tucker.
What?
You work overtime on weekends, and lately on your days off, you've been taking care of Macy for me. Before, you weren't even home on your days off. To be honest, I was suspicious that something was going on.
What do you mean, suspicious that something was going on?
Like cheating or something?
Why would you think that?
Because you leave without telling me where you're going. Anyone would think that.
No. That wouldn't happen. I have you and Macy. But you're right. I wasn't home a lot then. I'm sorry I made you worry.
It's true. Macy was still a baby and I was always alone with her. I was so worried. You didn't tell me you were working on your days off until later.
I was desperate to work hard back then. I went to my high school reunion for the first time in a long time, and I found that my classmates were really successful. Some of them even started their own companies. I wondered if I was like that. I guess I was getting impatient.
Come to think of it, you got busy after the high school reunion, didn't you?
Now that I think about it, I have plenty to be happy about. I was going in the wrong direction.
I see. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were thinking that. I said a lot of terrible things to you back then.
It's okay. Thanks to your words of encouragement, I realized I was wrong.
I'm glad you're back to your old self.
Family is the most important thing. Let's continue to support each other and live our lives as we do now.
That's right.
We still have a long life ahead of us.
I'm glad to hear that.
Well, Yvonne, you have work tomorrow, so you can go to bed first.
Okay. Good luck at work, Tucker. Dinner is in the fridge.
Thank you.
Have a safe trip home. Tucker, where are you now? You just left a little earlier saying you were going to your parents' house. You're still nearby, aren't you? I forgot to give Macy a change of clothes. She gets her clothes dirty when she plays outside, so if you can, I'd like you to come back for a minute. Text me back when you see this message.
Hi, Yvonne. I just got a message about a change of clothes.
Oh good, you got my message. That's right. I had a change of clothes for Macy, but I forgot to give it to you. If you're still around, I wanted you to come and get it.
Oh, come on. Don't go texting me about something like that. The clothes will work out somehow or other.
Oh,
Just have some alone time. You can relax and forget about raising kids sometimes.
but...
Don't worry. Mom and Dad are here. They'll take care of Macy.
Okay, fine.
I mean, we're enjoying ourselves over here. I don't want you to bother me with trivial stuff.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize. Anyway, don't worry about Macy. You do whatever you feel like.
Okay. Well, take care of Macy. Hey, Tucker, where are you? Please, pick up the phone. Hey, Tucker.
Yvonne again. What do you want this time? I told you not to call me so often.
Tucker, where are you?
What? We're all at the restaurant.
A restaurant? What restaurant?
A restaurant near my parents' house. My mom and dad are with us.
And Macy?
Of course she's with us. We're having a really good time. Stop bothering me.
Having a good time? She's having an emergency operation.
What? Operation?
She fell off the playground equipment at the park and fractured her skull.
A fracture? And her head? You're lying.
There's no way I'd lie about something like this.
Is Macy okay? Is she conscious?
You know what? You didn't know anything?
No, I mean...
It's funny, isn't it? You're supposed to be eating at the restaurant. Macy's in the operating room at the hospital, okay?
No, actually, I lied about the restaurant.
Huh? Then where are you?
I'm at a convenience store.
Why are you at the convenience store?
I was thirsty, so I thought I'd get a soda or something.
Are your mother and father with you?
No, I'm alone.
Why did you lie about being at the restaurant?
I was scared. I thought you'd be angry for not keeping an eye on Macy.
Macy was playing alone in the park. It was a park near your parents' house. Your mother found Macy collapsed under the playground equipment. She called an ambulance right away.
Oh, is that what happened?
If no one had found her, what do you think would have happened to her?
I'm sorry.
Hey, why did you leave Macy alone? Your mother said that you didn't even show up at their house. And after Macy was taken to the hospital, your mother called you several times. She said you've been ignoring her calls.
I had my phone on silent mode and didn't even notice the calls coming in.
Why did you put your phone on silent mode?
I'm so sorry. I'll tell you all the details later. Anyway, I'm headed to the hospital right now. What hospital is Macy at? Is it near my parents' house?
I'm not telling you.
Huh? Why not?
Because I don't want you to come.
I'm Macy's father.
I don't trust you anymore.
I said I was sorry.
You think just saying you're sorry will make it go away?
Then what am I supposed to do?
Tell me why you left Macy alone in the park.
I'll explain it to you later.
Not later. Can you tell me now? Where were you? Who were you with? What were you doing? Why did you leave Macy alone? If you don't have a reason that is good enough to be able to look Macy in the face, then don't come at all.
Don't be so dramatic. I'm sorry. Can you just give me a minute? This is all so sudden, and I'm a little confused.
I'm the one who's confused. That's fine. I guess you don't have to come.
Hey, Yvonne. At least tell me the name of the hospital. Yvonne, how's Macy doing? Mom told me she was unconscious when she was rushed to the emergency room. Is she awake yet? Yvonne, please text me back. I'm really sorry.
She's regained consciousness.
I see. When will she be discharged? Or does she still need to stay in the hospital for a while?
For a few more days.
That's a pretty long time, but it's great that she woke up.
Great? How can you say that?
I'm sorry.
I'm really appalled. Pretending to go back to your parents' house to hang out with your girlfriend?
I thought it would be okay for just a little while.
Macy is only 3 years old. I heard you went to the amusement park with her last week. You lied about your girlfriend, calling her your relative's sister.
How could I tell my own daughter I was cheating on you?
Are you stupid? It's insane to take your daughter on the fling.
Oh, I
guess you wanted to play the role of a good father who plays with his child on his day off. You're a scumbag to bring your child along with you while you're playing around with another woman. The reason you left her alone the other day was because your parents weren't going to be home until the evening. You thought you would just let her play in the park until they got back. She had an accident because you weren't there.
I'm really sorry about that. To Macy and of course to you.
Rather than Macy getting hurt badly, I would have rather had her with you and your lover.
There's a reason I left her alone.
I know. Macy told me that she could play alone, right? Macy told me. She said it was boring because you were hanging out with a woman she doesn't even know. What the hell were you doing in front of a kid?
No, I didn't do anything.
Don't lie to me.
Well, I might have held hands with her, but...
You're such an asshole. It's not like the kid didn't think anything of it. She wondered why you were being so friendly to a woman other than me.
I'm so sorry. I know it's not enough to apologize, but Macy and you are really important to me.
I'm sorry, but I'm getting a divorce.
Wait a minute. Divorce?
You betrayed me and Macy. Divorce is the only option.
But I told you everything honestly. I told you I'd break up with the other woman, right? I even showed you my text history. I feel horrible, so you have to forgive me.
Did you think that if you told me everything and apologized, I would forgive you? That's what surprised me.
I'm telling you, you're the only person I really love.
You're so full of crap.
It's true, believe me.
So you don't love her?
The girl I'm having an affair with? I mean, it's just for fun. It's not serious.
Oh really? You're not serious? You're willing to let your 3-year-old daughter play alone in the park just to meet up with a woman?
That's...
I really can't believe it.
I'm sorry, Yvonne. From now on, I'll live only for you and Macy. So don't tell me you're divorcing me.
You put your own daughter in danger. If anything happens to her, it's too late. I can't even forgive you for cheating me. How can life go back to normal?
But you can't live without me either, right?
Huh?
It's not easy to raise a child by yourself. You have to work, take care of the house, and raise a child. Even when we were both working, it was hard. It's impossible for you to get divorced and be a single parent. You're trying to be tough now, but if you leave me, you'll regret it for sure.
Don't worry about that.
Huh?
I was already doing it on my own. Even when you were constantly paying all your attention to your mistress, you lied about working late. You were out seeing her, weren't you?
Are you really going to raise a child on your own?
When somebody becomes a single parent, you find a way to work and raise your child. If I just change what I'm doing now, I'll figure out a way to raise her. I mean, It might even be easier if you weren't here. I won't have to take care of a husband who can't even do any housework.
But Macy needs a father. If you divorce me, you're taking a father away from his daughter.
She's better off without a father like you.
Oh, come on now.
A father who cheats on his wife in front of his children? Talk about a wrong education.
I don't want to leave Macy and you.
Huh? You're the one who made us leave. What are you talking about? Who's the selfish one? Who do you think did terrible things?
All I can do is apologize, but I really regret it from the bottom of my heart. If you leave me like this, I'll never get over it.
We have nothing to do with you not being able to get back on your feet. Don't play the victim when you deserve it.
Oh, wait a second. I've got an idea. If we start over, you won't have to work anymore.
Huh?
Until now, we were both working, so you were too busy to, right? But if you become a full-time housewife, you can concentrate on housework and the childcare. And I'll work harder than ever to make up for it. What do you think? Don't you think that's a good idea?
No. I've worked hard this far, and I'll continue to work. I won't have to start over with you.
Why are you so obsessed with your job? Women don't make much money even if they are working hard.
How dare you? When I asked you before if I should switch jobs to work from home, you said I should keep my job.
Did I?
Have you forgotten already? Well, I guess you objected so that my mind wouldn't turn to the cheating.
No, that's not it.
Then you wouldn't have said that if you thought I didn't have to work. And the most unforgivable thing is that you made Macy lie to me. I heard you told Macy, don't tell Mom that Dad is playing with a relative's sister. If you tell her, then you won't be able to see Mommy anymore. Macy didn't want to leave me. She kept her promise to you. That's unthinkable. How can you threaten a 3-year-old child?
I'm sorry. I'll spend the rest of my life making amends to Macy. And to you, Yvonne, of course. From now on, I'll do whatever you say, whatever you want. So please, don't divorce me.
You lost my trust. To the point that there's no going back. I was so happy when you started playing with Macy. You betrayed my feelings too.
Yvonne, please. Give me another chance. I'll be a better father this time.
I've been giving you chances for a long time. I don't need a father or a husband who betrays his wife and child to focus on his affair.
Oh, come on, seriously? I don't want to be alone.
Oh, by the way, your mom and dad are cutting all ties off with you.
What? Even my parents are abandoning me?
They said their idiot son put his mistress before their precious grandchild. No wonder they disowned you. Well, that's what's gonna happen. Enjoy the rest of your long life alone. My husband didn't agree to divorce, so it took some time. But thanks to the help of a divorce lawyer, the divorce was successfully finalized. I also got custody of Macy. After Macy's accident, my husband confessed to me. My husband's affair partner was a classmate from high school. They exchanged contact information when they met again at the reunion. They had been continually going on dates without telling me. He showed me all the contents of their texts. They were so terrible they made me cringe. As soon as I saw them, I knew that we would never be able to reconstruct the marriage. Of course, I demanded child support from my husband and compensation from the cheating partner. By the way, the affair partner was also married. My husband is also going to have to pay compensation to her husband. My husband has been persistently contacting me, asking if he can meet with his daughter. I'm not going to let him see her until she wants to see him herself. I think that he should live each day alone, regretting what he did. As for me, I switched to a full-fledged work-from-home job after the divorce. I live with my daughter in an apartment near my parents' house. For a while, my paycheck was lower, but recently, I've been getting more job offers. Thankfully, I'm earning more than when I was working at the office. Even though I work from home, it is hard to raise a child by myself. Thanks to the support of my parents and parents-in-law, my daughter is growing up very well. I will continue to raise my daughter with love and affection.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.